Hi, welcome to the new webinar of WD Gann forecasting methods, and this webinar is all about Gann Fans. So many of you already have seen a indicator in TradingView named Gann Fan and may have wondered that how to use it properly. So this module will teach you that, and also I'll be showing you that what is the reason of this indicator, like how this came, what is the history behind it. So let's start. Also, you can find the link of the Google slide which I am using right now in the description below, as well as I have pasted in the Slack and every other places, so you can just refer it while we are watching the video as well. Also, what we have discussed in the last two webinars has a great relevance to this webinar, so it is okay if you have skipped that webinars previously, because after 2-3 slides you'll be understanding the whole concept anyways, because I'll be just going back and connecting the dots. Gann's theory is all about predicting the prices with the help of a series of angles that are drawn over various price points. Okay, this sound very heavy words, but I'll be showing you with an example to explore the true meaning of this above statement. Okay, there are many technical indicators developed based on his theories, and but all of them have one thing in common, which is all uses geometric angles in charts representing both time and price. Have you seen or heard of a show named Silicon Valley? And there's a guy there which is the main villain named Gavin Belson, who used to plagiarize a whole book of not so famous guy in his name. Although this sounds very bad, but it is a very common practice of the marketeers and the big guys. They many times they used to copy the works of not so famous people. And it is also argued that when Gann come to India, you have heard the stories that Gann came to India and Egypt and studied the theories here for a few years and went back to US and become a superstar like that. But it is known to many people that he met a guy here named Fakir Chandra Dutt from Kolkata. And why Kolkata? Because the Kolkata Stock Exchange, which is located at the Lions Range, Kolkata, is the second oldest stock exchange in whole South Asia and the oldest stock exchange in India. But it is closed, and it is not closed, it is the operations are halted basically after the scam of Ketanberg. That is another story. So what happened here is Fakir Chandra Dutt, he made a method of calculating the planetary movements and everything and finding a pattern of that in commodities market. So this is a book which is written by Fakir Chandra Dutt, and this is compiled by some other guy. So you can see that he used to find patterns in the movements of the celestial bodies, and he used to apply that patterns in wheat market, sugar market, rice market, and in a very scientific way. Not the astrology which are going on currently today. I'll be sharing the link of this book in the end of the description because there is no copyright in this book anymore. You can just download and read it. So if you scroll down to the very end, after the brief explanation of everything, you can basically see that Gann just copied this work to his own data, and he remarketed it as a brand of his own. Okay, because this is the same theory which is used by him in many places, and you will be also finding a step-by-step methods of how this is calculated in here, like see charting the price fluctuations. Now the application of wheat market. See, it is said that market is said to be the significant scales of generally this, that, and this is based on the patterns only, like the Fibonacci kind of stuff. And also you will find detailed calculations also here. Yeah, see, and this also shows the examples of various previous day like a backtesting in a proper scientific way. This is why many argued that he is a fraud who copied the works of other not so famous people of that time like the Fakir Chandra Dutt and others and marketed in a very successful manner. And most of his techniques are largely disproven in today's date, but he indeed collected or created successful methods based on the patterns of numbers which laid the foundation of many areas of technical analysis and financial derivatives in the later days. Now, without going into further deep into history, let's explore more on the method and indicators. As said previously, today we shall be discussing on the indicator named Gann Fan. Gann used to believe that markets are cyclic in nature because he argued that financial market move as a result of a human behavior, and at that time he used to trade in commodity markets. Right now stock market means mostly the equity markets, and at that time equity markets are not that much famous right as it is now. In short, he used to look for the chart patterns like the Fibonacci patterns and patterns like other mathematical patterns which we will discuss right now. And he used to believe that the patterns emerges because humans are repetitive in nature. So Gann Fan is an indicator that is based on the idea that the market is cyclic and geometric in nature. It consists of a series of 9 diagonal lines which are called Gann Angles. Because of the equidivided lines, it looks like a Chinese hand fan. That's why the name Gann Fan came. And W.D. Gann supposedly developed this technique and this indicator around 1935. Before showing how to implement this indicator on chart, let's discuss why we are talking about time and price repeatedly. Suppose we have Federal Bank buy and we want to exit our buy position when the price touches the 2x1 line, which I have marked here. Now the line is extended over time, so the exit point shifts on which day it is. This is a very interesting concept. Now as you can see that if we want to hit our target tomorrow itself, it needs to be falling for a huge point. But as the days goes by, you can see the amount of fall is decreasing over time. And in fact, if we just wait for the 7th February, our exit point will come automatically even if the stock doesn't move. So it confirms that our theory of psychology that the momentum is gone because the stock is not moving. So there is no point of holding the buy position, right, in this case. And this is why this indicator is a very good for trailing a stop loss or trailing a buy position like that. And this is why it is said that the Gann angles in charts represent both time and price. So what you are seeing here is TradingView. It is a charting platform. So you will find the indicator Gann Fan from the top second position, and assuming that you do not know that how to draw this indicator properly or how to use it properly, I'll be just drawing it improperly as well. So Gann came up with 9 different angles. The most important angle in this case is 45-degree angle, which is the 1x1 line. We shall discuss further on this nomenclature later on. And for every Gann angle, a line is derived from that angle, which is extended indefinitely towards infinity and beyond. And also you can see that the 4 different Gann angles are above 45-degree and there are 4 different Gann angles below 45-degree, which is like 1/8, 1/4, 1/3, 1/2, and in the below 2/1, 3/1, 4/1, 8/1. We shall come into more details after some time. Now I know when you have seen this slide in the first slide, you guys must have been confused that why I am drawing this circle and why I am showing these different angles over the circle. As you can see, this 1x1 line, 2x1 line, this is the same thing as a Gann fan. Now the question comes that why this pyramid is coming over and over. We know from an article from 1935 which got reproduced in Gann's booklet Scientific Stock Forecasting, which came in 1936, that Gann visited Egypt and India. In that newspaper article, Gann stated that he visited Egypt and India in order to research cotton cycles over the past 400 years. And in the Tunnel Through the Air, which is another book which came in 1927, Gann states that the pyramids of Egypt were placed there according to a divine plan. Moreover, on that same page, Gann refers to the temples of India. So it is all about finding the pattern, and the many people which are the Gann followers, they argued that if you see the pyramid from the top, it will be looking exactly as this cycle. So it is basically a reference, nothing, it doesn't add any significance to our discussion. Now let's come back to the original discussion and let's talk about the 1x1 angle. So the 1x1 angle is a Gann angle which is the most important one. And as I told previously that each Gann angle which extend indefinitely divides the time and price into proportionate parts. In his research, he found that the 45-degree angle to be the ideal angle for charting based on his theories, like the theory of balancing the time and price. It is called 1x1 angle. Now we shall be coming to the part that why it is called 1 by 1. So to understand the fact that why we are calling the 45 degree as a 1 is to 1 or the 30 degree as 2 is to 1, we need to revisit our concept of coordinate geometry we used to study in class 11 12. And it is basically the concept of slope degree. So if you are moving by one step in the x-axis and if you are moving one step in the y-axis, the angle that is forming here is 45 degree. And similarly, if you are moving in x-axis by 2 times and if you are moving the y-axis by 1 time, the angle it will form it is 30 degree. So it is basically what is it is written here. Okay, and this is the graph paper we used to draw in our childhood days. Now the pattern which is getting formed over the time and taking more time, the degree will be far less steeper than the 45 degree. So this is the basic concept you can easily understand from these graphs. The most common patterns are 1 by 1 and the second most common pattern is 1 is to 1 by 2. And many people are calling like 1 by 2 as 30 degree and many people are calling by 2 is to 1 like 30 degrees. So whatever you were telling, just stick to one metric. As long as you understand why this is called 2 by 1 or 1 by 2, it is fine. The numbers simply refer to the number of units. As you can see, there is a Gann fan drawn in the sea cement here, and we have drawn this in the few minutes ago, and it is drawn incorrectly because we still haven't discussed the fact that how to draw it properly. So see, so this is assumed to be 45 degree, the 1 by 1, and the 2 by 1 is 30 degree. Okay, and if this is 45 degree and if this is 30 degree, then what degree is 1 by 2? It is very easy to calculate that. So 45 minus 30 is 15 and 45 plus 15 is 60. So the 1 by 2 is 60 degree. There is also an alternative way to find this angle. So let's come to trigonometry. So if you're moving to the x-axis by 1 point and if you're moving to the y-axis by 2 point, so that is basically this 1 by 2 which we have talked how we came to the 1 by 2. So we are supposed to find this angle, right? So let's call this angle alpha. So that is very easy if you know trigonometry. There's sine 30 degree or cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So that there from that point we can find that alpha is 60 degree. And also if you have noticed in this case that after 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 there is straight 1 by 8. So why there is no concept of 1 by 5 and why 1 by 8 is so important here? To understand that why 1 by 8 is so important, we need to revisit the concept in the circle. In the circle, if you see, the 90 degree divides the circle in 4 equal parts and the 45 degree angle divides the one part by again one half. So the 45 degree angle will divide the entire circle by equal 8 times. So that's why the concept of 1 by 8 comes, that if you are moving the circle 45 degree 8 times, you are rotating the circle by 360 degree. Before we discuss the most important point of this whole discussion, which is how to calculate the Gann fans, like how to create the Gann fans and how to draw that properly, we need to check that the previous main important points of this whole discussion. So the first most important point is each Gann angle will divide the time and price into proportionate parts indefinitely. And in his research, Gann found the 45 degree angle to be the ideal angle for charting based on his theories regarding the balance of time and price. It is called the 1 by 1 angle. And the idea behind the 1 by 1 line, that is that a perfect 45 degree will ascend 1 point every 1 day. In his time of when he was trading that earlier days, he used to do trading in a daily time frame. So that's why he is calling that a day. But we can also call that the 1 by 1 angle represent 1 unit of price for 1 unit of time. And let's revisit the entire concept once more in the chart. So I took the liberty of drawing the Gann fans properly in Cement this time, and I shall be showing you that how you can do that properly also in the after some time. And before we go there, let's revisit the concept of 1 by 1 angle, like what does 1 unit of price for 1 unit of time means. So if we move the time by 1 unit, the stock should be called as a perfect stock if the price of the stock is on the 1 by 1 line. So a stock is called to be moving perfectly if it is moving to the 1 by 1 line all the time. Fans are typically drawn from a pivot point. Like key support and indicators. This is a pivot point. If you do not know how to draw swing low and swing high, go to unoffice.com/bounce. There's an extensive course on that which is free. You can learn about swing lows and swing high. Let it open. Internet sucks everywhere. Yeah, see, this is a swing high, this is a swing low. You can also draw from the naked eyes. This is a swing high and nothing is formed yet. This is not a swing high because if we want to call that swing high, we need one more candle here. Okay, that it yet to come. So this is a pivot point. Pivot is a significant important point. The central 45-degree angle will extend, especially at 10 reversal, and it will show the support and resistance, whatever. So what you have to draw like this. Is it correct? Now we will talk about that in next slide. But you know from where to draw. This is the starting point. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. So I have drawn this in the Bank Nifty in my trading view. You can go here in my profile. I made it because you can edit that. I'll show you how you can do that. Okay. So basically, before uptrend downtrend, I will tell you, and 1:2, 1:3 like that. How you can make it mine? Go here, click that icon, click make it mine. Exactly the chart will come to your settings. So you can also do that. Yeah, it will come. So you can also play with whatever I have done so far. So this is a significant pivot point. It is all-time high. That's a pivot point, right? And if you right click on it and click on the settings, you will get whatever you want to see, whatever you don't want to see. Many people just use the one by one. Okay. And you can also see the levels, background color, everything you can just modify. See. Okay. The 45-degree angle is known as 1:1 line, and the 1:1 line is a primary indicator. The angle that is above that, which means whatever is above this is bullish, whatever is down that is bearish. And if you are drawing from down to up, which is like from here to here, then whatever is above this one is bullish, whatever is down this one is bearish. So as per the theory of Gann Angles and with combination of Gann Fan, if it crosses this line, this is called uptrend. If it is down this line, it is called downtrend. So as per this theory, it is in downtrend. So this is how you can understand the concept of downtrends and uptrends in terms of Gann theory. And uptrend and downtrend, what is called an uptrend? Uptrend is something like when the price is going up and you are betting that it will come down or it will go more up. So you need to identify the trend, right? So as per this theory, so that is the way to identify. So Bank Nifty is in downtrend right now. Okay. But it was moving in this channel, then it started moving in this channel, then it started moving to this channel. So it means that the downtrend is going to decrease. The steepness, the momentum on the downtrend is going to decrease like that, and it will eventually come to uptrend. And even if it doesn't come to uptrend, even if it is just consolidating, the downtrend will get more weaker. Either it needs to fall more to make the downtrend strong, either it needs to goes up. Okay. So that's how the concept of time is coming here. In an uptrend, a price stays above 1:1 line is called bullish, and during an uptrend, if the price stays in the above space, above an ascending triangle without breaking below, the market is considered bullish. So although this is a downtrend, it is trying to go up. So the market is not bearish anymore, but it is in downtrend. Gann believe that when the price moves in, price and time moves in sync, like right now it is not moving in sync, it is trying to consolidate. So that is the ideal balance of the market. So the ideal balance of the market, that kind of thing you can see when some breakout happens. Let's check in the 15 minutes. See, it is moving around 1. So this is called an ideal balance of market. So it doesn't make any sense. It is just blabbery of talk. Okay. And you cannot figure out anything out of that also. Okay. Now I will show you that how to draw a Gann Fan angle properly, because whatever I have drawn so far, everything is totally wrong. and many people doesn't know how to draw and use this indicator, and they also draw the things totally wrong. So I have already done this MGL thing. I'll be sharing you the link here in the chat. Just go here, click make my mind, it will come. Okay. First you need a 45-degree angle. Click here, go to the trend angle tool, click here, see 45-degree is this. Okay. Then click on the Gann Fan. Click here. See, you can also click here, you can also click here. This is a significant point I'm just showing you. And the 1x1 point will be here. Okay. First, you need to draw a perfect 45-degree angle. The most sophisticated trading platforms that incorporate these tools is the TradingView platform. Obviously, you can look at the trend angle tool like I showed you here. I just talking once more. The next step is to select any major swing high or swing low. We did that. Okay. Once we have chosen that swing high or swing low point, simply utilize the trend angle to draw the Gann Fan. Now all you have to do is simply place the Gann Fan indicator on the chart. Make sure it overlays on the top of the 45-degree like you previously draw. This is the correct way to draw the Gann Fan angles. If you have been following all the steps correctly, all of the other Gann Fan angles should comply with the Gann rules. Now let's move forward to the most important part of the article, which is what are the trading rules, how to trade that. So the step one is pick a significant high. We did that. Draw a Gann Fan angle. We did that. And wait for the 1.1 1x1 line to break to the upside. The 1.1 line is this, which is broken here to the upside. It means the market is bullish and in uptrend. The stock is bullish and uptrend as per this theory. I do not know what in other theory it can be in sideways trend, it can be in downtrend. As per this theory, okay. Now we will be not buying immediately, okay. We also will follow the candlestick patterns. Now in this theory, let's see the step 2. Wait for a break above 2.1. So in this case, let's zoom into this one. So this is a inside bar and it is an outside bar, and we do not call it a break. Break means it needs to positively break out, which happens at this point. Okay. So as per this theory, we'll be buying at this point. So you see, your knowledge of candlestick is also being very important here. When inside bar is formed above 2.1, it doesn't matter. Inside bar means indecision. Outside bar means indecision. The outside bar and inside bar will supersede every other indicator, every other theory, because everything is about psychology. And the candle color is also green. And see, the previous day is also green, right? And in these cases, the previous days are always red and it is falling. And it is significant swing high. So step 2 is done. Yeah, now we come to the step 3. Apply the Gann Fan indicator on the swing low point indicator or breakout above the 2x1 Gann angle. I'll show you what does that mean. Okay. Now let's say it is triggered. Okay. We need to draw it once more from the swing low point. What is the swing low previous to this one? This one, right? Significant swing low. Now we need to draw 45-degree again. This is 45. Let's move this one here. When you are talking about Gann always makes the chart look like this because of these things. Now we draw this one. Okay, our step 3 is done. Now after entering the trade, we have two more things, which is what is the target. Okay, if you are exiting, or when is the stop loss if we are exiting. After entry, the only thing that matters is exit. So the stop loss is very easy. That is the low of the swing low, which is this one. From where you have drawn this one, this is stop loss. Now where to exit? So as we have talked, let me just go to the step 4 once. Place your protective stop loss below the most recent swing low. We just talked about that, the swing low here, which should align with the point from where you draw the second set of Gann Fan angles. Yes, obviously we drew the second set of Gann Fan angles from here. This is the first set, this is the second set. Okay. Now step 5. Take profit on the break or close of the 1x1 line. Okay. The 1x1 line means we shall wait for this line to break. This is our stopping point. Stopping point, sorry, that is an incorrect term. Target line, we can say. Now see, there are many different ways the target line can come. How? It can actually fall from here tomorrow, and if it falls like that, we will close here. Okay. It can also fall after some day. We can close here. It can go more up, and see, even if it is going more up, we will also close there. It is not like that if it is moving down we have to close. So the time is a very important factor, that when it is going to hit the target line, the profit or loss should be according to that. Okay. So this is the time factor here. So that's why the concept of time is coming. Concept time. Let's talk about a sell case. In the sell case, you have to follow the step 1 to 3 once more, because what is in the step 1 to 3? Identify the sell trade here. Replace the buy with a sell. Then we'll manage the trade. First we need to enter the trade, right? Let's remove everything. So when we are trying to buy, we are talking about finding the first swing high. In this case, the exact opposite. We'll be doing this one. Identify the first swing low. Let's go to the step 1. What is the step 1? Pick a significant high. So in this case, pick a significant low. So let's pick a significant low. Go to the trend angle. Make it 45 degree once more. Sorry, this is drawn incorrectly. This is the low. This is 45 degree, correct? Let's draw it. Now, as per the theory, we should be selling at here. Selling line. It doesn't make any sense, I know. We need to wait for a significant time. But this is as per the theory of the fan strategy. And the best time frame is daily time frame, but you can also reduce it to 1h time frame. I was doing in the Federal Bank. See, it is done improperly, I guess. Let me just show you once more. Good for practice. Which is a 45 degree. Yeah. See. So there is no question of selling like that. Like we used to do entropy. If you guys are new here, let me just paste the link of bounce, entropy, both of them. Entropy is a strategy which we unofficial guy uses to do 3BB trades 1 minutes using Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Band trades, whatever we do, it doesn't fall into the Gann theory. Because Gann theory, you can see it is asking us to sell when everything is over basically. So it is mostly using for the buy trades. Yeah, see daily chart, this one. This is a significant place. And this is 45 degree. This is more significant weight. Let's put the Gann Fan indicator here. Okay. See, this is a fake out. And you can see how it is resisting from the 3x1 line. And in this theory, you should be selling at this line, selling line. And after the sale is triggered, we can draw the Gann Fan from whatever point it triggered from a swing high. Okay, this is the opposite case. Now, as usual, we were talking that it can trigger tomorrow. If it falls like this, it can trigger after some month, but it is a very patientful thing to wait for that. Okay.